Well, it's 5 o'clock in the morning on day 4 of our trip. I'm finally starting to come good after a couple of days of man flu and phenomenal humidity here. But yeah, looking forward to our drive today. The plan is to travel from Independence, Kansas, all the way through to Lexington, Kentucky. Tomorrow we're going to dine another car at Haltech. On the way, we're going to stop at Brian Tooley Racing and pick up some push rods for the car. The truck's mint. Everything's loaded. We're as prepared as we can be, and we're just going to try and punch out a few miles this morning before it gets hot. It's going to be really hot today. Every day seems to be really hot, and fingers crossed we've got no problems. But if we do, that'll be part of the adventure. See you on the road. Well, we're just 3 hours into our trip from Independence, Kansas, heading over to Kentucky. Our Mopar time warp has been travelling quite well down the highway. Dorothy has been purring like a kitten. Tows really well. Truck runs really well, thanks to Dan Nissen. Fuel gauge has been playing up a bit, so a couple of times we thought we'd run out of gas, but we were actually quite all right. Wanders a little bit on the highway, but apart from that, the trip's been mint. We've got a long way to go. We're just going to stop here and catch up with Brian and Diane Jensen. Their Torana's out of action at the moment. They're just waiting on some valves. But yeah, everything going really well. We've got to get ourselves a set of push rods for this and a new set of harnesses for it. Didn't realise, but the harnesses were out of date. There's only you can only keep them in the car for 2 years before you've got to replace them. So a couple little things to pick up on the way. I guess we're as prepared as we can be at this point. It's not too hot. The truck hasn't got aircon, so we're quite appreciative that it's a bit of a cool day. Countryside is beautiful. We'll make a few more stops as we go if we see anything good on the road. But yeah, everything going well at this point. This morning we'd only been driving for about 20 minutes and it went full down to 3/4, and then 40 minutes was down to half. I'm thinking this is going to be a very expensive trip, but anyhow, we're just experimenting, going a little bit further every time between stops. So I think that one there, we've probably done about 130 miles. So the gauge was on empty for a while, so we're going to fill up a spare gas can here, and so the next one we'll go to 150 miles or 160 if we run out. We'll have a container in the car, plus we can siphon whatever's in the boot of the Valiant. So yeah, all fun, all part of working out what a new tow vehicle's like, and a vehicle that you don't know much about. Looks like we found the range of the tank. It's exactly 155 miles. Well, there wasn't much in that drum, so I think we're going to be siphoning the Valiant. I think I can. Okay, let's hope there's gas in Woodlawn. Okay, we've got a fair bit of speed up here. We might even make it. Yeah, we can see there's something that looks like resembles a gas station. Never doubted it for a minute. Straps come off, the car's coming out of the fucking caddy.
That's true.
So, this is going to be a hoot. That's what I thought about it.
Yeah, it's over a notch now. as you hit the brakes. So
Yeah, it's straight.
yeah.
Just divorced after almost 25 years of hell. Okay, so it's been a big rush today. We've managed to drive across 5 states, Kansas, Missouri, across the Mississippi River into Illinois, Indiana, and finally into Kentucky, beautiful Kentucky, rushing to get to Brian Tooley's to get some push rods for this thing. We didn't make the cut, but what they did is they sent us down to see Jared and Kyle from the Supercharger outlet. And these guys have got some serious kick-ass cars in here, which you'll probably see on this video. What they've been able to do is sort us out with some push rods for this thing. Basically, we had no preload.
No preload, right.
Yeah, pulled the valve covers off, the core packs out, and it had you know, some good quality push rods in there. But the thing was rattly because
Had no preload.
had no preload. So we've gone. How much longer were they?
75 thousandths.
Okay, 75,000. So what's that? 2 mil longer. So we fired it up. It's not ideal, but
It's better.
I think you said. What did you say? It'd live.
Yeah, it'd live.
Yeah, he said. I think you said. I've heard worse. It lived.
Yeah, right, exactly.
So anyhow, we're going to go to the dyno tomorrow at Haltech. We're going to beat on it a bit, and fingers crossed, we're not going to be back here looking for more parts tomorrow night.
Right.
Is that how it works?
That's how it works.
Okay, cool. So to the boys from the Supercharger outlet, Jared and Kyle, thanks a bunch for saving our lives. This is one of the great things that happen on drag weeks. You know, being stranded out here, there's the great things about Americans is they're always prepared to help us Aussies out. Yeah, they've got some fine samples from local distilleries here that we've tested tonight. Not tested a lot, but yeah, the hospitality's always awesome here. So thanks a lot, you guys.
No problem.